That's rough and
Yeah.
sad, dude. But I'm over the sad part. I
Good, good.
masturbated with my own tears last night, Brian, and then I was cured. Oh my God, are we?
Oh, we are recording. There must have been a lot of tears and not tears of joy.
No,
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 not
dude.
the happy tears.
No, it was a pain. I
Sad,
mean, it was painful in a
painful
lot of
tears.
ways,
Yeah.
because it's not a lot of lubricant, Brian.
Unless
So
Ed
is
sent you his happy tears, I don't know.
oh no, he blew his load, dude, really hard, I'm sure. But you gotta be like, what? Well, listen, who are we anyway?
Oh
What am I
yeah, who are
doing?
we? I mean, I'm the Hillbillies on PCP, Tonto Bowl 6 champ, not Tonto Bowl 22 champ. And we are in I guess the divisional round here,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
championship round.
oh, yeah. Final Four, good for those
Yeah,
guys.
yeah, good for them. Who are you?
I am, I am Disco Danny Brandon hates Brian, and and again, never gonna win. Like I always say,
I know.
it's my new slogan. Like I'm never gonna fucking win. I can't fucking get lucky enough, dude. And my unfinished business is first of all with Disco, real quick.
Sure.
Brandon, Brandon, Disco, Danny, look at yourself, dude. What you had Dallas's D all year for this two matchup, like one the other week, right? Where they played awesome, and for this week, you fucking
Yeah,
idiot.
yeah.
And so my unfinished business is with Ed. Thank you, my friend, for beating me by 32 or more. Because Brian, I wouldn't have been able to sleep. We talked about this a little bit off air.
Yes.
I have no one to blame but myself. That's totally Matty move, and you won't see that shit again. I am under a lot of pressure and stress and working a lot, really hard, and I fucking just couldn't get this thing past me. I don't know.
Did you change your mind at any point?
Oh, a million times
Yeah,
over.
yeah.
And especially like right before the game.
Like
And
right
one of
before
my
kickoff.
coworkers was like, "Hey, you got any Dallas people going?" And I was like, "Actually, yeah, I'm about to." And then the next thing I knew, it was like 1:45. But
See,
it,
if you were Matt Detling, that would have worked out in your favor because you would
right.
have the opportunity to change it and it still would have worked out.
Well, look, the Chargers are playing fine, dude. They came out in the second half and got smashed in the mouth. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's very unlike them. That was by far their worst performance of all time this year. So, but I think the reason that happened, Brian, and I had this like mental fuck up is
Mm,
because I don't think my heart could have taken that close of a game. I'd have lost by like 7 or 8 or 9 or 10, something like
yeah.
that. Something real close. Cousins is out there trying to get himself
My,
benched.
my
And
goodness. That couldn't have worked out any better.
look, and he did get benched. And I told
Yeah.
you, dude, if he'd have thrown a pick six, I swear to God, dude, instead of a touchy to Drake London, he'd have got -3 points because he never. And I still would have
Oh,
lost. So
God.
fuck it. You know what I'm saying? So good
Yeah.
game, Ed. Uh, glad that didn't cost me because that was really dumb. But other than that, yeah, just good game to Ed. Pulling for
He,
you in the next round.
yeah, he earned it. I didn't see Devontae putting up,
Oh,
45.
Jesus
I didn't see
Christ.
that coming. Like, where did that come from?
Well,
But
and then when it's first and goal from the one and Rodgers throws it to Devontae in the end zone, that's a 13-point swing. Like,
yep,
run it
yep,
in, you cunt. Aaron
yep.
Rodgers always does that. So Ed might feast off that, but he's such a dick. Like, Aaron Rodgers hates running backs. He's such a fucking prick, dude. He's been throwing this 1 yard touchdown to fucking Devontae for years, and it's annoying. That's all I
So
gotta say.
was Breeze completely healthy? I know he played. Was he
I
good? Did
mean,
he?
I didn't have any juice to fill in for him anyway.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess I could have used it. I was really like Jalen McMillan is something. We'll get into that later, but that
yeah.
was the guy I was thinking about. But it didn't matter. At the end of the day,
Didn't
we
matter.
lost.
And
We were. It wasn't meant to be. And actually, I think, yeah. Again, that saved me from some heartache that I didn't need after a weird year. But it was a fun year. That's it.
I would have fully expected in your matchup Tyreek Hill to go for 40
Ugh.
and Devontae going for six
Well,
or
it's weird that
whatever.
they were. Yeah, it's weird that they were lined up across from each other, and I
Yeah,
did lose
yeah,
by four because, dude. If Tyreek beats this guy across from him, then I win. So
yeah. Yeah.
What are you gonna? Instead, he went out there and lost to him by like 50. So what are you gonna do? That's why we play, dude, because you always have a chance, Maddie. Uh,
Ah, 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 ah.
and that's
Well,
my last piece.
yeah,
I don't know. I'm sure Craig beat him to
he
death
did.
over
He
it.
he did.
So I'm not going to do that. But yeah, I mean, Rico and Amon
He,
Ra win you that easily.
I would only have
Never
one
give up,
question
dude.
for Detling. Yeah, do you regret it? I mean, he'd probably say no because his chances were low and all that. But of course he regrets it because he'd be in like the conference. He'd be in the Final Four right now with
He'd
a
be in the Final Four.
yeah with a pretty good team. So yeah, my heart goes out to Detling. He did throw in the towel a little too early. And yeah, he's gonna have Rashi Rice. Whoop de do. Like, who knows? Maybe he'll get hurt again by Patrick Mahomes. Like,
Do you think that he would trade Rashi Rice right now to be in the Final Four? Of course he
oh,
would, Brian. You
absolutely.
know, he's traded
Yeah.
Brian because that was the worst trade. Like I said when it happened, and dude, worst trade I've ever seen this year.
Yeah. It wasn't pretty. I mean, there were some
And the
bad
fact
trades.
that Tree Size opened up his mailbox, Brian. Have you ever gotten a piece of mail like that? That's that wonderful. Well, I
No,
did cash that check from a casino, a
I
couple
saw
weeks
that.
ago. But
It's
aside
beauty.
from that, dude, I've never gotten a virtual email that good.
No,
Tree,
saying like, here's
do you
two
think Tree
great players.
Size?
And I,
Do you think Tree
I
Size will save that email forever?
he
I
better.
would.
He
I would,
better.
dude.
Because Teresa said when he opened it, he couldn't believe what he saw. He couldn't believe Amon-Ra and Dowdle for pretty much nothing. And then they added a few tight ends and kickers and all that. And who cares, you know?
I mean, I guarantee, dude, I bet you he didn't even look to see because the first thing you think is, how hurt are my guys? What happened?
Yes,
Is
exactly.
Amon Ra dead in a car accident? What do you mean? What's going on? And you want, but dude, for what he was trading, I think he didn't even have to look at that. He's like, I don't even care if he's dead. I'll take it.
And
It's too good.
Teresa said that he's like, I wanted to keep Rashi Rice. Well, I'm sure he did, but he's like,
Yeah,
I figured I'm just gonna go for it. I've got a good team. I'm going for it, which is the right thing to do every single year, every year.
absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Because you want to be Ed, my stepson, Craig, or Tree right now, and nobody else, dude.
Yep. So hey, I hope Tree Slice gets to take full advantage of Amon-Ra and Dowdle. I know you probably have other feelings based on what you said earlier
I
on the
didn't
lineup.
know these guys were free, Brian.
I know. Well, I mean, I know you would probably argue that Neighbors was free as well, so he also got a free receiver. So,
Well, that's why I said that's why I'm rooting for my stepson. He does
uh,
things legitimately,
I thought you
you
said
know.
you're cheering for your stepson and Ed.
Well, yeah, next
Uh,
second best is
okay,
Ed. Yeah.
okay,
We'll get
okay.
into that
Yeah,
later, but yeah,
and then maybe
that's
Tree.
it.
Um,
I
yeah,
can't, dude. I can't root for Tree because look, Craig, he already has a million championships. Who cares if he gets another one? But if
dude,
Tree
he'll get the
wins,
back to
that
back.
makes me the dude. If Tree wins, then I'm the loseriest loser of the whole league. And I don't want that. He is
Yeah,
currently the loseriest loser. And so
that,
I hope it continues. I'm sorry, Ryan. And once I win a championship, dude, you can win as many as you want.
that's funny because
But until then, I'm rooting against you.
if you think about it, Tree Size, I mean, again, I only have one championship. I might have gotten lucky, whatever, Brandon Jacobs. However, Tree Size would have been 22 when he first started this league, just out of college, whatever. He has gone 22 years of his adult life not winning a championship every single year. And that's tough, man. To like go through most of your 20s, all of your 30s, half of your 40s, no
Oh,
championships.
dude. All right. The way when you spin it like that, now you make me feel bad, but you know, I don't know what to
So,
say.
so
I root for
I'm
Disco
a,
only. And Disco wants Tree to lose because he doesn't want to be the loseriest loser.
that makes sense. Um, but then again, do you really want to see your stepson go on a gags type run? You know,
Hey, dude. I mean, as
gags won
most
like three of,
fathers, I think you want
yeah,
better for
you
your
do.
children than you do for yourself.
That's right.
And
Yeah,
so,
you want to.
yeah, I wanted to win, because he's my son. I created him.
Stepson, but whatever.
Whatever. I raised him since
Uh,
last year for at least
from
like 12 weeks of this year. I have raised this guy, and
from age, let's say 32 to 33 and a half.
no, dude, we only started this. He hasn't been. He
I
wasn't
know.
my stepson until I met him.
That's right, exactly.
We only just met. We spent probably like 12 hours tops together.
It's true. On a hot day in August, yes.
Yeah. Ah, sultry, they'll say. Anyway,
Um, my unfinished business is with like actual football. I don't know if you watched any of the Steelers game, or if you saw any highlights, but my shout out goes to Jalen, your quarterback. There was a play somewhere in the third quarter, I'd say. TJ Watt came up from behind and did his patented swat at the actual ball. Jalen has the ball in one hand, and somehow all of the force of TJ Watt was not enough for him to let go of that grip. Like, I honestly don't know how it was
dude,
possible. I
Kung
don't know
Fu
how it
grip.
was
Dude, check a scouting report. It says Kung Fu grip right in there. That's
possible.
exactly what it says.
Well, it checks out, dude. It checks out. I
If you
can't.
buy his action figure, the ball is stuck to it. You can't get it off, dude.
But is this something he's actually known for? Like, I really don't know.
No,
Okay.
absolutely not. I
Okay.
was just having some
Yeah.
fun. I
Because
didn't even see the play.
it was absolutely remarkable. There must have been like at least, 400 pounds of force on his hand without just one grip. Yeah, just blew me
Dude, you
away.
got to have a friend over at school that could do that math for you, right? You calculate his weight, times the running speed.
Force. And then the action of the arm.
Yeah. What are the probabilities that that quarterback does not let go of the football? And you'd be like, dude, next to none. Jalen Hurts is a kung fu grip, is what he would
Yeah.
tell you.
But getting back to your matchup just for a hot second, like
You
that game,
know,
dude, that game went perfect for you. Put more or less. Jalen with the tush push. Jalen to AJ Brown. They combined for like 70 some points, maybe 80.
yeah.
And Saquon
No,
held under 10?
I know.
Come on.
Dude, I know. Dude, are you rubbing it
Sorry.
in at this
Sorry.
point?
No. Just on paper, it looked so good. And then Devontae had to come and screw it up.
Oh my God, I hate, dude. And I said some things to Ed on the side about Devontae Adams that I regret. And I said some things when he came on TV in this Taco Bell commercial that I regret, But I'm not going to repeat those things on the air right now.
That's so funny.
But you can
Uh,
only imagine what I was thinking about
I
this
can, I,
piece of
I can,
fucking shit.
I can imagine. I can definitely
When his
imagine.
ceiling is 25, and he goes
Yeah.
for double. Like, get the fuck out of here, Brian.
Yeah. Well, hey, if it makes you feel any better, I was right there with you. Not quite as close as you, but I was mourning your loss and I was checking your
Yeah,
scores and it hurt. I mean,
it hurts.
congrats, Dad. Congrats, Dad.
Yeah.
He earned it.
I
It
mean,
wasn't.
Atlanta's special teams had the game of their life. Their punter had the fucking game of his life. Did you see dude? He's just pinning them.
Wow.
And honestly, I never thought that an Aiden O'Connell injury would really hurt me in real life ever.
Yeah.
But
What
here
happened
we
to
are,
What happened to Jacoby, man? That's
dude.
crazy.
Well, I mean, who they have? I don't even fucking know the guy's name.
I
I've
don't
heard of
know.
him.
Yeah.
He's some scrub, dude. I don't know. He ended up leading the team 5 for 59, but dude, when
Still.
Aiden O'Connell was in there, Bowers and Myers were eating. So
Yeah.
yeah, whatever. You can't win
Whatever.
them
Let's
all. It's
let's move on.
let's move on. Nobody wants to hear me crying about losing, dude. They want to hear about the teams that are left, Brian.
There are some teams left. Let's get into it now. Let me scroll down and get out of these ads. My beautiful team. And Josh, I can't believe you actually lost to me. I didn't put anybody else in my lineup, but you still somehow managed to lose. So it's kind of sad that his losing streak is what now, 7 or 8?
Ouch.
Yeah.
Well, luckily for him, Brian, he doesn't have to play any more match. Well, or is he in like the ninth place matchup or
Let's see if
something?
he's in a ninth place consolation game. He sure is. Is he? Yeah, he sure is. He's
Ooh,
playing
he's
up
down
to
4-0. Oh, ooh. Well, we'll be following that one
We
closely,
will.
Brian.
We will
We
be
all will,
following.
I'm sure. Yeah.
And it looks like you're playing Darlington this week. Like
I don't. I
yours.
listen. As tradition goes, I just leave my lineup the way it is.
I thought it was last week.
Unless Matt were to change his in any way, then I would probably put Njoku in. But enough about that. Do you want to get into some trannies or what?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do it. Hold on. Should we look at any power rankings just for fun?
Why not?
Why not? Just power rankings.
We've come this far.
Yeah, why not?
We always look at power rankings,
That's
Brian.
right. Let's see where they have us.
Well, I still think my team's good, really good, dude. I bet you they have a good week. I really, you know what move I
Look at
regret?
that.
Oh, yeah. Oh well, everybody knows how. Everybody, me and my son,
Yep,
that's
you
us. But
understand.
yeah, Tyreek, that trade really let me down. Like
Yeah, it
if
did.
I
It
had
did.
because BTJ went off, but not having maybe Gags, dude. I want BTJ back, Gags. Talk to me on the off season. He's mine. Please let me have him back. I didn't want.
How
Like,
did he do this week? I didn't actually see.
I had a couple touchies, no big deal. Catching passes from Mac
No big
Jones. He
deal.
went over 1,000 yards for the season. He's probably,
Yeah.
I mean, it makes Marvin Harrison look like a piece of shit. What a
Yeah,
bust.
that's true.
I have to take credit for that. That only I've hurt some careers in my past, and I think Disco drafting him killed that guy. Sorry, Marvin. What can I say? This has happened before.
All right, let's take a quick look at these trannies. Were there any competing offers? I really haven't looked at all.
I definitely haven't
And
looked.
there were not. There were zero,
None.
not since Garendo back in the early December.
The Garendo sweepstakes of
That's
24,
right.
Brian.
It was the last, probably the last one of the season. Let's take a quick look, and we're gonna look back to I guess the 18th for 357, and I get balls deep going with Kendre Miller for 70
Whoa,
bucks.
70 beans. All right.
Yeah, he really wanted him. I mean, I guess it makes sense because he's trying just insurance. How bad is Kamara? Is he gonna play? I have no idea. I haven't really looked close enough.
Mm, he's always pretty questionable. He's always
Yeah,
questionable with plays, but I understand the move. I mean, he's gonna need him. Monty got hurt for the year, right? So that's sad.
yeah. Now you
The
picked up
next
Jalen McMillan.
right, for zero again, I let this. You gotta let them clear waivers, but it is a
Sure.
keeper league. But
Yeah,
once they clear waivers, dude, we're allowed to get them.
yeah.
And so you never know. I know Matty took him like the last round last year, so we'll see. But I believe Biscuits and Porn was doing the same thing.
Sure
Vidal
was.
and Phoenix.
Gave up Parker Washington, and we got he picked up Kamani Vidal. I like it. I'm not. I don't hate it. And then
PTJ.
what did you say?
PTJ.
Yeah, PTJ. That's pretty funny. Um, and then the last pickup, which happened just moments ago, about 6 hours ago,
Oh my
Ed
goodness!
Rogers.
What?
He decided he's putting in Aaron Rodgers. He liked what he saw last week. He knows this. He's not going to put Russ Wilson in there in a playoff game, and that's pretty much what it came down to. He's very happy that Kirk Cousins, that decision was made for him. And then I would not play Russ in a playoff game either. So I guess Aaron Rodgers. I'm not sure. I'm not sure the Jets are playing, but it's probably the best move. Him and Devontae. I don't
Uh,
know.
yeah, I gotta agree with you there, dude. On all counts, dude. You don't
Yeah.
want to put your season on Russ's arms, shoulders.
No.
And we know it's a plus matchup, but then it's like Pickens is out, so I think that was probably the tipping point because it seems like it was around the time they said Pickens was going to be out.
Yeah.
Um, is when he was like, "Oh well, I have to get off this." And if you look at waivers, dude, there's nothing.
No, not at
Unless
all.
you want to get in on that Raiders Jags game. So you call which quarterback, is it AOC or freaking Mac Jones, because that was all that's on waivers, dude. Unless you
Gross.
want to put your season on Anthony Richardson's 6 point floor. And so I think Rodgers' floor is the safest.
It
And
is.
with the actual ceiling, I mean Russ has got a ceiling, but you don't see it on a cold day in December, I guess.
No,
I like the move. Probably pickup of the week for me.
me too. I'm giving it to Ed for Aaron Rodgers. Nice pickup. Um, all right,
You
should
almost
we,
wonder. It's like, I, it's almost like I'm surprised Craig didn't put $5 on Rodgers just to
me
be a
too.
dick.
Me too. I mean, I would have hated it, but it would be a good strategic move.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And that's, you know, I
because
would do that. I'd
yeah
100% do it.
he
You because
mentioned Aaron Rodgers in his recap. He's probably going to pick up a quarterback. Let's see who's out there. And Aaron Rodgers was one of the names. He's like, I don't know if you want to do that. I think he was trying to talk him out of it, but I would have played offense. I would have
why
just been like,
not?
hey, yeah, and
He's
that
got the
might be
trannies. He has the money. I don't think Ed Logger has money. Well, no, but again, he was free. You do,
yeah.
and he was just sitting out there for a couple days. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's good stuff. You gotta like it.
It is good stuff. Runner up is definitely your stepson. Picking up Kamara's backup. I mean, just makes sense. It's a good solid move, and he probably spent most of his money. I'm just kind of curious. Let's see.
Uh, I'm
I'm
gonna give
out.
the bronze medal to Disco for Jalen McMillan in the 17th next year. Great pickup for free.
Yeah.
My last tranny, dude, he could be the best tranny. Oh, he could be the tranny. We'll call him. Oh my God, that could be his nickname, Jalen the Tranny McMillan for the win.
Let's see.
2025. Let's go, baby.
Um, yeah, that was all of his money. Balls deep. Put all his money out there. Good for him. Why not?
Well, what I mean with a name like Balls Deep, what are you gonna do? Have some
Yep.
bucks left? I don't think so.
Yep.
It's not the way
But
he rolls.
he does have one move left, and he's the only one besides Craig that has any moves left. That's in the playoffs.
How does Juddy only use 6 moves and he was one win from it?
I know.
He
Six
always does
moves,
that, dude.
six
He's got
moves,
all his
nineteen
money. Yeah.
dollars. That's
He
crazy.
he believes in his man's. What can you
Yeah.
say?
And then you got Gags. That's surprising. He only used 10 moves and no dollars. A little
Ever
surprising.
since he may or may not have accidentally blown his whole load on what was it, Peterson that year?
Yes, AP. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't think he spent $1 in the past 2 years. He's trying to. He doesn't realize that it doesn't roll over. It would be sweet though if he had like 600 next year.
That would be great.
Then you'd see some more miserly shit if it
Yeah,
rolled over. That's for sure.
absolutely. He'd probably say like, "Oh, I thought we were gonna do auction league. I got all this money saved up."
Yeah. Oh man, to take Saquon #1 next year is what we're thinking, right?
Yeah,
If you could draft right now, like redraft,
100% save one, 100%.
100%, right?
You want like 10? I think he went 10.
10th? No, I wish, dude. I'd have taken him if he went. He went directly after you.
I think I was. What was I? Was I six? I think.
I believe you
Yeah.
were 7.
Okay,
KB was
seven.
6.
That sounds right. Yep.
You missed
Yep.
out on Chase because KB
That's
juked
right.
you, right?
Yep. You're right. You're right.
Uh-huh. And Ed couldn't get
Man,
that
that hurts so
Saquon
bad.
sticker
I
off
would have done so
fast
much
enough.
more. I would have done so much more with Chase. Meaning I wouldn't have
Or
traded him.
Saquon, dude. You could, yeah,
I
no,
know.
you never know. But
All right.
yeah,
Moving to six.
forget about that.
Actually, I think we should keep Ed versus Craig for the matchup of the week, just because it's their third meeting, one versus four. What do you think?
I don't, with their point, I mean, with Craig being the heavy favorite, I mean,
All right. All right, then that's fine. I'm good with that because yeah, this is pretty much neck and neck between Zach and Tree. All right, let's get into this one then. We'll do Ed v. Craig.
All
Uh,
right.
you ready on three?
I'm always ready.
Three. This
This week
week's matchup.
matchup. Dude, the best one ever.
I
That
couldn't
was
even
unbelievable.
I couldn't even make it through.
Oh, that
I
was
was looking at the
wonderful.
tiny little screen, and for some reason you were so into you closed your eyes, and I was like, okay, I can't even take this.
I can't, dude, I can't see myself, but that's a
Uh,
shame that I end up on video.
that is. But hey, your camera ready.
I'm always camera ready, Brian.
All right.
All right.
Do you want to take this matchup or the match for the week, or do we both want to take one team? What do you want to do?
Mm, I don't know. That one team, that each taking one team thing is always like uncoordinated. So how about
Yeah.
I'll let you, I think you should do matchup of the week,
Okay.
because, you know,
Because you have like familial ties with Zach, so yeah, it makes sense. We don't
exactly.
want
I don't want to, yeah, I want to be unbiased observer, and I can't.
that.
I
That
can't
makes
call
that
that
makes
match
sense.
up. Yeah. Yeah. I'm essentially playing in it because my blood relative is playing in it. I could
All
feel
right.
his pain when Sutton, yeah, we're gonna get him some. All right, forget about that. All right, Brian, in this first matchup of the Final Four, what everybody has been waiting for, what everybody wishes they
Yes.
were, is in this matchup.
Sure.
Why we play for months and months and torture ourselves is to get to this point and to have a chance to win, to get to the Tonto Bowl Championship. Brian, let's get right
Mm,
into it. We have
let's do it.
the Wizard of Wimber, defending champ, on his way to a triple crown, perhaps. He's done it all. He's in first place. He can't lose. What's going to happen? He you know what he did? He fucking used that spell again on
He
Kevin
did.
Bean. What was that
One.
one? The one that Harry Potter used in the bank. And it's like a unforgivable curse, dude.
Sure.
And whatever it is, who cares? Somebody knows. They'll say it. It's the
Jetty
Wizard of
knows.
Wimber
Jetty
going for
definitely
all,
knows.
yeah, Monopoly money. Oh my God, he's going for the whole shebang, Brian, but
Yeah.
standing in his way is wow, that's gay. Uh it's Ed Logger, fourth place champion, world champion currently. Let's get right into it. I can't wait any longer. We've got Joe Burrow at home against Cleveland going up against the freshly picked up Aaron Rodgers at home against the Rams. We like when it's easy, Brian. Give me Joe Burrow.
You know what? I disagree with you on this one because I think that Cincinnati is not going to need to do that much, considering Jameis isn't in there. So give me Aaron Rodgers. You
All right,
you
Brian.
hold on one moment. Two things. First of all, what does "Wow, that's game" mean? Any idea? Like, what is that? Is that a reference to something? What am I missing? Something?
Essentially, what it means is you always put that as your logo when you're a lucky motherfucker that beat disco. All right, that's it. And that you could look it up in the almanac, dude,
Oh
because
my
that's what
goodness,
it says.
that's
Yeah,
so
no, it
funny.
essentially is a white flag saying that I'm gay and I'm gay for beating disco. It was the worst game he ever played, and it's horrible. I like screw both these teams, honestly, Brian.
All right, second thing, you would not believe how down Craig is on his own team just because Jameis is being benched. He hates it, and
Oh yeah.
he said he was
Okay.
circling that game because he thought it was going to be a major shootout, and I just don't see a shootout with like who's the Cleveland quarterback?
Oh, DTR, Dorian Thompson Robinson? Dude, what are
Yeah,
you talking about? The guy's a machine. He's gonna put 50 fantasies up. This is who Ed should have picked up as DTR, dude. Wait till you
well,
see his stats. That he would have won him the championship, Brian. All right.
okay, we'll see.
We will see, Brian. Hopefully Miles Garrett eats Burrow for lunch and breakfast
Yes,
too. Because what Burrow was like talking about how embarrassing it was and all that shit. It's like, dude, I hate when the guys talk about, was it the guy who I don't think the guy was being Jonathan Taylor when he fumbled at the goal line, the
right,
defensive guy who almost
right.
scored. I think he was trying to switch hands and it slipped out, dude. Taylor, that was just some lazy shit that cost me
Yep.
a million fantasies. But Yeah, you save it for the locker room, you little bitch. All right, and then a wide receiver, Brian. We've got the triple stack. We got Jamar Chase. We got T. Higgins. We got Puka Nacua going up against Cozy up to Aaron Rodgers, the guy who took
Mhm.
Disco by the balls, stepped on his cubes, kicked him in the nuts. Um, it made him scream like a little girl. We got Devontae Adams. We got Keenan Allen. We got Zay Flowers. Oh, dude. Yeah. With
Give me
these,
Craig, but I think it'll be somewhat
dude,
close.
these are all great football players. So, and anything can happen. And when you got Chase and Higgins, it's like, are they both going to get off on Cleveland? I don't really. They do still have like Denzel Ward, right?
Yeah,
Which
yeah,
who like Chase for some reason. I don't know. Burrow had his like second worst fantasy performance against Cleveland last time. So we'll see. In better weather, I'm assuming. So we'll see.
yeah.
We'll get right into the running
Hold
backs.
on,
We
hold
got
on.
one of
You
my
didn't. You hold on. You didn't pick your receivers.
oh Craig.
I,
Give me Craig. Yeah. I
I
mean,
figured. I figured.
yeah, yeah. I mean, this isn't a heart pick, Brian. This is you
I
know what I
know.
mean. We'll get into that later. But then at running
Gotcha.
back, we got one of my least favorite human beings on the planet, Rashad White, and who like I said this at the beginning of the year, right? That Bucky Irving was going to take this guy's job, and he has. Um,
Yeah.
And dude, you see this Rashad White keeper, and then you see like his first round selection of Pacheco or Sweet Trav and
Good
Pacheco,
job.
and it's like, man, Craig, those are some poor decisions. But then, oh, whoops, you got bailed out by fucking Kevin Bean. All right,
Yeah.
I don't know why we're still talking about that, Brian. We got Rashad White, the worst fucking human on the planet, dude. He's a piece of shit. Uh, and Tyrone Tracy Jr. going up against Saquon and Ramondre Stevenson. Give me Saquon all day.
Yeah. Me Saquon versus Washington. He did. I think he did him pretty dirty the first time around. Almost 40 points. I think that'll probably happen again, especially off a horrible performance against Pittsburgh.
I mean, that was an absolute nightmare matchup for him.
It was, and Pittsburgh did what they went. They were like, we're going to shut down Saquon. They achieved their goal, and hey, it worked in your favor. Exactly what you wanted to happen. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Oh, are we talking about my matchup,
Yes,
dude? That
yes.
doesn't exist in this realm of time. I don't. We're past that. And let me say, real quick, while we're on the subject, dude, there is something to be said about the relief that you feel that you don't have to play fantasy football
It's true.
again until next year and worry about the trannies and the guys on waivers and all the shit that you have to time that you have to put into it, even if you're being lazy, dude. Forget about if you're trying to win. So like. Dude, it feels good. It's like an elephant jumped off me, dude. I feel a lot
It
better.
is. You do. You
It's
honestly
finally
do.
over, dude. It's
It's
finally over.
over, but at the same time, it's kind of it's a sick thing. You'd rather be in it. You know what I mean? You'd rather
Mm-hmm.
be in it, but it still takes up way too much time and
Oh,
mental energy,
and you
especially
get the
during.
best sleep. Oh, the
Yeah.
sleep I've had, Brian. It's
Oh,
unbelievable.
and you get to enjoy the holidays a little bit more. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
You definitely
Yeah,
get to
not to
enjoy the
mention the
holidays.
sex. You know what I mean? I mean, Maggie came
All of
home
it.
sauced from her Christmas party last night, and, sweet relief. Dude, I was shooting fish in a barrel. All right, Brian. Speaking
Didn't
of
even have to
shooting
worry about
fish
fantasy. We're
in a
even thinking
barrel.
about fantasy.
Saquon's going to shoot, and Stevenson's getting in the shootout. All right, and then at tight end we've got the Muth going up against Double H. Give me the gay Double H. He's not
All
the
right,
game. Who's Triple
all right.
H?
Give me Fryermuth. Do we
All
know
right.
is Pickens playing? Do you know this week?
No, he isn't. I believe he's not,
Is he
dude.
officially ruled out?
I think so, but
Yeah,
I mean, hey, I'm not going to tell him how to play
yeah.
fantasy, but
But
Freiermuth sucks,
give me
dude.
Fryermuth. He's on a
All
three
right.
touchdown streak, so give me Fryermuth.
All right. And then in the flex, Brian, we've got my boy from Ohio State, Jackson Smith and Jigga, going up against the Mr. Free WR1 himself. Traded straight up for Chris Godwin. Malik Neighbors. Good. That's woo. You know what? Give me JSN.
All right, give me neighbors.
That's a
I
that's a
am
plus
glad
matchup for JSN.
I am glad that Neighbors did not single-handedly beat you, I would have probably felt bad.
No worries, dude. I mean, yeah, you saw what MVS and Westbrook and Keane did, right? One of those guys was going to be in that lineup, but it wouldn't have mattered, and it never matters, Brian, because Disco will never win. Uh, I will say, and I hate to give Craig credit for anything, but he is a good hit on JSN this year. Good
Yeah,
draft pick, so
yeah.
we'll give you that. He got him around the same time I got BTJ, so there was some sweet stuff in the seventh slash sixth slash seventh or whatever.
Yes.
Anyway, so yeah. At kicker, we've got a beautiful man himself, Kai Fairbairn, going up against this dude. Stroked me, Brian. Give me the
Yeah.
guy that just kicked me in the balls, dude.
All right, give me Fairbairn in
All
KC.
right. All right, Brian, and finally and only finally. Oh my God, gags. Okay, well, you get it. Jaden
I
Daniels
know,
is
I know.
pretty solid keeper, but all right, we've had Buffalo at home against New England, Go, going up against Denver, on the road against the Chargers. Excuse me. I and Denver's up 21-10. Give me Denver. I think
Uh,
Buffalo Steve sucks dick lately.
yeah,
I don't know what to say, dude. They're getting in shootouts, man.
I know, dude. Give me Denver. They just got that sweet pick right here before the half. So that definitely was they were definitely making some progress. So that's gonna be some momentum. Yeah, give me Denver. I think they're gonna get at least one more turnover. Chargers are definitely tanking right now.
And did the Chargers? I think the Chargers got the opening kick, right? Went three and out, something like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I believe they did. I
I
was
I
watching, but
I
there's
did
a
not
lot going
at the very
on.
beginning of the game, but I think you're correct.
And then Denver, yeah. Listen, let me say that the Chargers D would be in my lineup if I was in, and I would be
It'd be
sick.
sick. You would
Yeah, I
yeah.
would be sick. I'd be hating it, dude.
All right, who you taking overall?
I'm taking the Larry's lead pipe lock. I'm taking Craig, dude.
All right,
I don't know what to say.
dude, I am honestly with my brain and my heart. I'm taking Ed. I honestly think that the triple stack fails him. I really think that's what it's coming down to. I think Cleveland either rules over and they don't really need to throw the ball a bunch, or maybe Cleveland D steps up a little bit. But I think that Aaron Rodgers, let me see, Barkley's going to help you get it done. And I'm not sure where else is going to happen. Maybe neighbors. I just feel like it's going to be a mid-tier kind of game. I don't think anybody's going to score 200. I think it's going to be like a 170 point win. So Ed takes Craig down for the third time this season. He is Craig's kryptonite in 2024, and he goes to the Tonto Bowl. That's my prediction.
All
I
right.
hope it's true.
And I predict it's Larry's lead pipe lock, Brian. Such a lock. It's so locky. And there's a plus 0% chance that I'm only doing my friend a favor, Brian. But that's Larry's lead pipe lock. Let me say it again. Craig will never lose this game, Brian, because it's Larry's lead pipe lock.
I got you loud and clear.
All right, good.
And now
Miles Garrett snacks.
the matchup of the week.
We
We have balls deep, boomers, Zach, Disco stepson in playoffs 2 out of 2 years. He's guaranteed to at least play for third place, but he wants it all this year. He has to go through Possum Magic, the power of purple, the guy who's been in 21 other seasons and has come up short every single time. He's finally ready to get over that hurdle. He's finally ready to raise that Tonto Bull trophy, make love to it for possibly the equivalent of 22 years. He's ready to go. He is locked and loaded with Amos Ross St. Brown. He might have the best three receivers. We're going to get into it right now. Starting at quarterback, we got Jordan Love on Monday night in at home versus New Orleans, going up against Lamar Jackson at home versus Pittsburgh.
Wow.
And that's a good matchup right there.
That's a really good matchup. I gotta go Lamar.
Yeah, me too.
He's
Give me
playing out of
Lamar at
his
home.
mind this year. Somehow
He
he's
is.
better
Yeah.
this year than last year when he was MVP. don't know,
Yeah.
dude.
The Steelers all usually have his number, but he's at home and the division is on the line, so I think he's gonna come out guns a blazing.
Damn, dude, this thing
Um,
goes from Thursday, you got Saturday, all the way to Monday night.
yeah,
This
this
is
is
gonna be
almost
this is a long dragged out
it
affair.
is. All right, next up for Zach, we have Mike Evans, Drake London, Cortland Sutton going up against Just Jeff, the Sun God, and Scary Terry. This is pretty easy for me. Hey, Mike Evans had a monster game. But yeah, give me trees.
Oh, Brian, we really like when it's easy, and
We like it
yeah.
easy.
So let's pretend for a second that we don't trade. Can we scroll down and see what
Yeah,
was Tree Size planning on doing this year?
Tillman.
Tillman,
Yeah,
like
like that would be
I don't
his
know,
alternative right now.
Pop Douglas, maybe. You know what I mean? Like this is
Yeah,
the things you're thinking about. All right,
yeah, that's about it.
wild. All right. Yeah. No, we like when it's easy. Brian, give me tree.
Super easy. All right, and running back, we've got your old dude, Josh Jacobs. Who's K Miller? What's his first name?
Kendre, I
Kendre, the
think.
newly acquired Kendre, going up against Aldo and King Henry.
Ooh.
I don't. This is a little tougher actually.
Well, what's going on with Kamara? Is he out?
I don't know if he's officially out. He's doubtful.
Oh no.
I knew he was
You
banged
never
up.
like that.
This is unlikely to play. So that is really painful to lose one of your big guns after the first
Oh,
round.
damn. That does hurt. Wait, what?
Yeah,
Oh, Monty's hurt too. Oh, well,
Monty is
now you
hurt
see
too.
why he spent all that money. Honestly, I haven't been following. Ever
No, I
since the
haven't
loss, I
either.
don't really give a shit. So, uh,
Yeah,
wow, and they're playing in the same game on Monday. That'll be fun. Give me Derrick Henry.
yeah, Dowdle and Henry. What?
I
All
know
right.
this.
And the second position, we got Terry McBride going up against Tyler Kraft.
It's Tucker. It's a
Tucker,
Tucker.
thank you.
Tucker
Tucker,
fucker.
give me,
He
give me.
got him for free. It's another freebie.
Wait,
Yeah,
how did
give
he
me.
get him for? How did he get him for free?
He was in that trade with
Oh,
Monroe.
oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you meant McBride. Give me McBride.
Oh, McBride all day. He's our
Yeah,
favorite. We love
yeah,
him.
amazing.
MVP of this team, maybe. Guy's a
Did he
machine.
score a touchdown? Yeah. Did he score a
No, I
touchdown?
don't believe so. No, I
Yeah,
don't think
still
so.
zeros. He was saving it for
Still
this
nothing.
week. Saving it for this week.
Can
Wow.
you imagine? Well, he might have five then because he's got a year's worth of touches to get.
He might need it as well. All right. And the flex, we got Jennings versus Pittman. Give me Jennings.
Jennings.
Yeah. And then we've got the Wizard of Boz going up against Sanders. Give me Boz, baby. He loves to kick those field goals.
Yeah, give me the boss.
And then finally, defense, we got Indy at home versus Tennessee or Green Bay at home versus the Saints.
Damn, that's plus matchups. Who starts in New Orleans? That is it that Rattler cat? The
I I
rattlesnake?
I believe so. I believe so.
I mean, Green Bay's D is no joke, and uh, I just don't see Rattler going out and having a game without Kamara. And
I
who's their
know.
yes
Uh,
is their number one?
yeah,
Yeah, I'll take
give
Green
me
Bay on
give
that.
me Green Bay as well.
Not that
Uh,
Indy is a bad matchup, dude, because it's good, but damn,
yeah,
dude, that's tasty. Well, there's a reason he didn't go with Minnesota's D, right?
yeah,
Who are they playing? Oh, they're at
yeah.
San. Yeah, okay.
At Seattle, yeah.
I mean, you saw Gino play the last few weeks.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's hard to bench Minnesota. You know that.
And
So,
that's the other thing Craig said he's worried about whether or not Gino's going to play this week.
oh, Gino might not play?
That's what he
Damn. Do you
said.
think that if Gino's out, then he'll switch back? Who they got? Drew Lock backing up there?
I'm not
Or
sure.
no, Drew Locks with the Giants. Who do they have?
I'm not sure who the backup is.
Well, that's a problem.
Yeah, that's a
Then you
big
might want
problem.
to think about, man, those are a couple tasty matchups, though. Overall,
Yeah, it's hard to pick against Tree. It is
I
really.
can't pick against Tree, except for when I do, because I'm taking my stepson, dude. Tree is not going to win the championship because he will remain the loser. He is loser in this league because I don't want to be the loser of all time in this league. And so, therefore, my stepson's going to go out there and whip him, just like he's been doing all year long, putting up a couple sexy Hondas and taking
Yeah,
you down. Tree, I'm very sorry, but this is what happens to Ryan. This is
personal.
why he's never
Personal.
won, dude. He is a heavy ass favorite. It
He is
looks like our favorite.
even though the projection doesn't have him as a heavy favorite, man, he is
Mhm.
definitely a heavy favorite.
Yeah, with that trio, like that's gross, dude. And
That's
Dowdle, like
and,
Dowdle,
and Dowdle and Henry.
how do you get a Monra and Dowdle? Look at fucking Maddie, dude. Like,
I
what
know.
are you?
Just Jeff, Amon
I,
Ross, Scary
dude,
Terry.
yeah. Maddie's trade goes down in history, especially if Tree Size wins this game, but
If
he's not
Teresa
going
wins the
to because,
championship, yeah, especially if he gets his
yeah.
first title, he better
Oh,
give he better give
He better
Stelling
let me have sex with the trophy a couple times in the offseason is
and
all.
give him a ZJ as well,
Yeah, whatever that is,
whatever
right?
that is.
You
I
can't
don't.
afford to find
I
out.
exactly.
But
Oh
I'm
man,
excited for this for the second half and for these matchups. I hope somebody wins and someone loses, Brian.
I think that's
Uh,
going to happen. And I truly, truly hope it's not Craig because he will never let us forget that he is the same year he gets the Triple Crown and the back to back. And let me ask you something. Do you think Craig would go out of his way if he wins the back to back to like cater the draft or, spend on the boys? Because if I ever win the back to back, you better believe I'm going to be spending it on most of you guys. You know,
jeez.
I'm not going to spend all of it on you guys, but I'm going to spend like you're going to eat a good meal, guaranteed. You're
I
going to eat well, you're
well,
going to drink well.
first of all, Brian, a part of me feels like Craig. There is no like he just keeps track of it, but he's spending on hookers already. You know that. He just never thought it. Anyone, when he won last year, he's like, "Sweet, okay, we got at least 2 more years that I could pretend to have this money." Because who holds on to it? What's he got it in a safe? Get the hell out of
So
here,
funny.
dude.
It's so funny.
Um, but what's weird is none of these guys have won a championship, and Craig is the only one who has. So
Yes.
part of me kind of just wants Craig to win again, because who cares?
No way,
And then
dude.
I can have some, misery loves company, Brian, and I need some friends down here in the basement of championship number
Here's
win.
here's here's my order. Give me Tree, then Ed, then Zach, then Craig, because Ed's been in the league longer, and I'd love to see him take Craig down.
Well, I already said what I
I know.
thought, but yeah, we're
I know.
going with Zach, then Ed, and then Craig, and then I'm sorry, Tree. It's nothing personal, but it actually is personal.
Very personal.
I mean, Disco's my favorite team, Brian. They can't be the
I
worst ever.
know. I know.
And
Dude,
Maggie's favorite team too.
wow, that's incredible.
Herself. Yeah,
What
she
are the
roots.
what are the odds?
Well,
Dude, how
because
did I
she
finish?
knows that, like, I think all the wives root for us because they know how happy we are when we win and what
Yeah,
bitches we are when we.
absolutely. They can care less about the fact that we win, but it affects them
Yeah.
personally.
This is my life we're talking about. You're talking about a fantasy football. You can't do anything about what's happening over there. And you're crying in the bathroom. I need to get in there. I have to be to work in a half hour. Can I please do my makeup in front of the mirror? Or are you just no? You're just gonna cry all day? That's why I have a couple extra mirrors in my house, Brian, for those occasions.
Oh, that's great. Um, but yeah, I'm looking at these standings and I'm like, how did I come just points away from wearing the Rivers jersey? Like it's crazy. Like Duck Seed and I have the same record. It's sickening.
Well,
Sickening.
good news for KB is he lost all that weight. Now he can squeeze into that fucker, right?
Yeah. Dude, he'll look sharp in that thing. That's what Craig gives it up because Craig thinks
If he
it's
loses any more weight, I'm gonna be the fattest guy in the league too. Like, get the hell out of here. What's
fattest
going
loser.
on?
Loser.
You're the fattest loser. But
Oh man.
somehow the like maybe the best looking. I don't even know. We'll talk about that next week maybe.
So, are you back? Are you back next week for the day after Christmas podcast?
I'm always back for next week, Brian,
Me too, baby.
because
Me too.
I am committed to this thing. This is
Yes,
why when Maddie comes on, he's just a tourist, dude. Because we
he
put in the
is.
work.
He is. He is an absolute tourist. I
He's
would have
a
loved to hear
cute.
his perspective, but
Ugh, ugh,
I'm sure he didn't
damn,
want to
dude.
give it.
What could have been, dude. Okay. So had he won, he'd be playing Craig. It'd be Ed versus
Hey,
Pasta Magic. I
we'll
mean,
be. You know he'll be tracking it home. You know he'll be tracking it. We'll
so
have the
should
we'll
Ed be
have
pissed? I think Ed should be the most pissed at that trade because he'd be playing Possum Magic sans Amon Ra and Doubtful with
oh
Cedric
that's
Tillman in
true.
there and some of that shit, dude.
Wow.
Like Ed, and you know what? And that's just more reason, Ed, for you to hate Maddie right
Yep,
there.
one more reason. That's too funny.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I think I've said. You got any final thoughts, any final words?
No, dude, I'm actually not rooting against anybody. I don't care who wins. Honestly, I just but if I'm the loseriest loser, at least I have some claim to fame. So I'm rooting for all these guys. I hope all you guys exceed or meet expectations, and may the best of luck to all of you, but most especially me in my fifth place matchup with Maddie.
And I hope that Josh continues his losing streak. Let's make it two more. Get him down. And I guess this is probably his last week, right? Yeah, this is last week.
You know
Two
what's
weeks.
weird though? Josh is a bowler, right?
Yes,
He
yes.
I think if you'd have told him, "Hey, man, we'll give you this 300, but you're gonna go 5-3 and never win again for the rest of the year," what do you say? He'd be like, "Give me that."
He'll take that 300 every time.
He'd be like, and the 300's on video, even if it's cropped, kind of funny, and you're not really sure if I hit it. Okay, I don't care. Yep, I'm in. So that's a
Well,
good trade for you. Maybe the trade of the year, Brian. A
he said
300 for a losing streak.
that's right. He said his next goal is to get his, I guess, I think a 750.
Yeah, right. I think. Well,
Yeah,
yeah. You
those
want
are-
the series, right? So
yeah, yeah.
then, the 800 series is super
800. Yeah.
elusive,
I think it's
right?
the 800
That's the
series.
one where you got because you got to go what 260, 270, a
Right.
little
Yeah,
less
yeah.
than 270 a game. That's pretty
Which is
nasty,
which
dude.
which is actually harder. So maybe if the devil shows up again and offers him that, give you over an 800 or never win a chargeable again, I don't know what he would do.
I bet you he'd trade the ultra elusive 900 series to never. I mean, he already has a championship. He got
That's true.
66.6 points from chasing the championship game.
Guaranteed he would take a 900 series.
Oh,
He'll
dude,
never win
well,
another
I mean,
chargeable.
how many, dude, maybe he could get on the side of the numbers and let us know how many human beings have done that because it can't be a lot, dude.
It can't be. That's
36 in a row, that's fucking
36 in a
crazy.
row. That's ridiculous. But he did tell me one thing. He said that for most poolers, the first 300 is the hardest because it's all nerves. After you've done it, you've checked it off your list, and you've got a good
Yeah.
chance of doing it again, which makes
Yeah,
sense.
I got a buddy who had, and I haven't spoken to him in a while because he's back in Ohio, but
Yeah.
I think the last time I talked to him was probably 10 years ago. He had two or three 300s. My dad's like best friend, he was a lefty, Terry Beldy, dude. He fucking had a couple.
Right. Yeah. It seems like people who do get one get multiple.
Hmm.
Yep.
Same with championships, like Craig, dude. He's piling those up. He's
Right.
a heavy favorite to win it all again. That's crazy. But
He is not a heavy favorite. Not at all. I think
dude, all he needs if
Boston is,
Burrow, well, dude, if Burrow keeps playing the way he's playing, then I believe he is, dude.
yeah. Unfortunately, he's going to run into Cleveland this week in a lackluster offense, and his season's over.
Larry's lead pipe lock, Brian. He'll never lose, and
All right.
Miles Garrett won't eat him all day for breakfast.
Wolves, I love it. All right, let's end on that note. Are you ready, Disco?
I'm always ready, Brian. Coo, 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 coo.
All right, please crush the dead ring
Really,
this week.
I'll try my hardest.
All right, we'll see you next week.
All right, brother.
All
Later.
right, later.